Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. I am headed to my orthopedist. It's getting kind of windy out there. Jeez. Okay, so I'm headed to my orthopedist here. Okay. Anyways, I'm wearing my mask. My gloves, and I'm headed to the doctor's office because you never know. You never know. It is hot and humid in here. I'm going to turn on the AC just a little bit, so excuse the wind or the AC noise. I've had a pretty active day. I have been I've been out cutting the grass. It was really bright and sunny. I rode the electric bike today, but looks like it got windy and it might rain in the next few days. So just trying to get that good essential travel going so I can exercise. Kill two birds with one stone, you know. Anyways, so I'm gonna go visit my orthopedist. I'm gonna check out my hand. He's probably gonna do an x-ray. I don't think I have to pay anything out of pocket because I paid the maximum amount out of pocket for the year when I did my surgery on my hand. And so I don't think I have to pay anything out of pocket for the rest of the year. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a lot of doctor visits for the rest of the year. Hopefully after the coronavirus dies down. I've heard some good news recently that the coronavirus does not do very well in ultraviolet sun ray and UV light, the sunlight. So that's good news. So summer's coming around, so hopefully the infections will start going down. I think this year definitely I'm gonna go get my flu shots. So if I do get sick, there's a good chance that it's not the flu, and then I won't have to wonder, is it the flu, is it COVID-19, is it the coronavirus, the Chinese coronavirus, the CCP virus, whatever you want to call it. So I don't have to worry about that. I'll just know right away something's not right, and I should go get tested. Just because it's summer, you shouldn't let your guard down. I'm still gonna wear gloves, and I'm still gonna wear a mask wherever I go, for the most part. I I haven't been to my bank in a long time, my goodness. I should probably go ahead and pay my mortgage. If I'm late, I'll just pay the late fee, who cares, but I just didn't want to be out. I definitely don't want to go to the bank. I think I'll do the drive-through. I'm gonna go to the bank and go to the drive-through and just pay it that way. Won't even bother going inside, really. So just that's just what we got to do nowadays. Just, you know, that's how things got to be done around here now. I think, anyways. I think it's been a while since I've done a drive along. Let me turn my lights on. It's getting a little overcast. So I think the last drive along I did was at the food bank. Hopefully you all enjoyed that drive along. It's been a while since I rode my bike out this way, and I really don't need to. I'm not trying to go out too much. I do ride the bike only because, you know, I think it's to pick up the food for the kids, and, you know, killing kind of several stones with one bird. Exercise, essential travel, getting food, getting some mental well-being, just all that good stuff. Normally I would ride around. This is kind of my neighborhood, but it's not really my neighborhood, but very close. I would ride around here because it's so nice, but I won't. I'm not. I'm not going to be riding around too much. Anyways, headed to the doctor's. I think this is like 10 weeks. I believe it's 10 weeks, or it could be 8 weeks. I'm a little confused. I think 10 weeks since I broke my hand, 8 weeks since I've done my surgery. So I guess the doctor wants to check up. He's gonna get money from whatever the insurance company. I don't pay out of pocket, so, and you know, I get to check up on my hand. It's still a little stiff. It's still recovering. The tendons are kind of stiff a little bit, but overall I can, you know, I can move my hand. I can't lift heavy things. I try to do some yard work. Using the weed whacker is pretty hard. It's a little difficult using the weed whacker. That's what I've noticed anyway. So using the weed whackers, it's a little difficult, but overall I'm happy with the surgery. I think it's better. Put it this way, if I didn't take that surgery, I wouldn't have been able to do any surgery after the during the pandemic. So I'm glad I did the surgery, because otherwise I wasn't going to be able to do any surgery at all after the fact, and then the bones would set in all crooked and everything. So I guess I lucked out. I did the surgery before the pandemic crisis took hold, and I had to stay home. I had to stay home. No reason for me to go out, but with a broken hand. I'm covering, especially me recovering from a broken hand. So, but yeah, I'm still gonna wear gloves. I'm still gonna wear the mask and the buff and all that stuff. I'm gonna wear all that. You know, there's no reason for me not to. And I'm still wearing the N95 mask, and over the N95 I'm wearing the surgical mask to protect the N95 mask. So the surgical mask doesn't do all that much, although, you know, if you put it on right. I have sunglasses on, or safety glasses. They're Harbor Freight safety glasses. They're tinted safety glasses. They do prevent the surgical mask. If you put it on right, it prevents your lens from getting fogged up. So I could do this. I could wear this all day without getting any facial bruising, and without my lens, my glasses, my safety glasses getting all fogged up. And I'm okay with that. You know, normally if I did this, people would like probably think I was gonna rob a bank, but now this is like the normal. I don't know how much of a normal this is gonna be. You know, I still have fears that the winter, the fall, the second wave of coronavirus is gonna set in alongside with the flu. So whenever I get the opportunity, I'm gonna take a flu vaccine. Normally I wouldn't, but in this particular case, where I believe that taking the flu vaccine will help, because if you get sick and you've taken a flu vaccine, if you got and you're getting sick, there's a really good chance it's not the flu, okay? And you probably want to get tested immediately for, you know, the coronavirus, COVID-19. That way you could take early treatment before you get really bad. All right, before you really get bad, before you have to be intubated, all right? Because that's what you don't want. People who get intubated sometimes don't come out, or their hospitalization is for a very long period of time. You don't want that. You want to like treat this soon as possible, early as possible. Anyways, that's my opinion. I did read a local report here in Houston. They're treating people with cortisone, which apparently is a steroid, vitamin C, and blood thinner. There's a lot of people who are saying, like, you know, the blood thinner, this COVID-19 is not a respiratory disease, it's a blood disease. I don't know how true that is. But definitely respiratory infection is definitely how it spreads. Now, whether whether it infects your blood, or because people are reported to have blood clots. That's probably a good. That's probably why when I saw a lot of Chinese videos, people just dropping dead or collapsing all of a sudden, they got blood clots. That could be the reason. I mean, you got to look at all the stuff that's been going on and kind of come to your own conclusions, because you know, we're not really getting. It seems like we're not really getting definitive answers when it comes to this disease. You know, some of the symptoms that people are saying to look out for are fever and cough. Yes, those are symptoms, but they're not all the symptoms. There's actually more. The CDC added more symptoms to it. Loss of smell and taste is one of them. That's one of the early symptoms I heard during the pandemic out here in Houston. I didn't know how true it was, but it seems to be true. A lot of things: diarrhea, headache, malaise. Still a lot of unknown about the disease. We're not too sure about. So the best thing to do is not get the disease, right? Just disinfect as much as possible. I also read, or I saw, or heard report that 66% of the people who got infected in New York were from stay at home. They were at home when when they felt ill. So, you know, that tells me either a couple of things. The incubation time is very long, so these people were already infected by the time, you know, they were at home. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that they possibly did get infected during the stay-at-home order, and by touch, by fomite, right? The virus is on surfaces and they touch the surfaces and they didn't wash their hands properly. That could be the second thing. The third thing is someone brought the virus in or were asymptomatic. Now, or asymptomatic or brought the virus in. Again, you know, you can get the virus on surfaces. Like a lot of times people don't realize you can get it on your shoes, your bottom of your feet. You're walking around, people are coughing. That's why, you know, I saw like early videos, you know, you'll see videos where people are disinfecting the floor. They're all geared up in PPE. They're spraying the floor and defogging the floor, disinfecting the floor, the whole area, the whole city. That could be another reasons, you know, like the virus is on the surface. Again, fomite. You may not have touched things, but your feet, your shoes have, and you walk all over the place, and you come back home and you walk in your house, and now you have the virus basically in your house, and then eventually you end up touching it, and then you touch your face and your mouth, and you get infected that way. I mean, other than that, I'm not sure how else you can get affected, but it's amazing percentage. I don't know how true that is, but I just saw it. 66% of New Yorkers, people in New York, got infected while the stay-at-home order was in effect, while they were at home, supposedly 66%. So I think the virus was definitely very prevalent out in New York, and that, you know, it was all over the place. People didn't realize it. They probably were infected, or they brought the virus home unknowingly. Either they touched it, or maybe they walked over it, and then you walk back home and you got infected, and it's just spread. Cross-contamination. I think that's the key, cross-contamination, and you got to be very careful. You got to disinfect. I don't know if the mall's open, but I wouldn't go to the mall. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't go movie theaters. I'm not going anywhere. Anyways, I'm almost at my doctor's office. Not too much traffic out here, is there? So yeah, I'm almost at the doctor's office here. So I'll be doing a checkup, but yeah, disinfect, PPE gear, or I should say PPE gear, then disinfect, wash your hands. Just understand how the virus gets transmitted, all right? And you know, understand when you do get infected, understand the symptoms. Look out for the symptoms, right? Get a flu vaccine. That way you can cross out flu off your list. And if you're getting sick, then get treatment as early as possible. Early as possible. Early as possible. Your chances of survival increases. The earlier, the better. You can get treatment for it right away. And if you wait too long, I think that's why men die more than women, because men wait way too long, and by the time they get to the hospital, the viral load in their body is so great, it's like, man, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything. Let me see, where do I want to be? Let me park over here. All right, everyone. See y'all later, okay? Bye, everybody. I'm at the doctor's office. Bye. See y'all later.